John Williamson III, a Roanoke businessman and civic leader who took an early career in local government and turned it into a long, successful run in business. John Williamson was born in 1954, just down the road in Bedford County. Parents John B. Williamson, Jr. and Elsie Lee Williamson lived near Montvale in Goose Creek Valley. Elsie Lee was a homemaker, while John Williamson Sr. started out as a farmer and later became a tree surgeon, utility worker, and in retirement helped create and run a community store, where he worked until he was 81. Young John attended Montvale Elementary School and Liberty School, with half days spent working on architectural drafting at Bedford Vocational Center. He was working for money by age 14, stocking shelves at Carter's store and running the gas and diesel service at the Atlantic Truck Stop in Montvale. He still had time, however, to be a member of the Beta Club, Future Farmers of America, and the JV baseball team. For fun, in what time he had left, he recreated a Van de Graaff generator and won an award at the science fair. John was also an actor, playing several leading roles in high school productions. After high school, John attended Virginia Western Community College, where he received his Associate of Science degree in Business Administration. After that, it was on to VCU for his bachelor's in May of 1977. From there, John became the Assistant County Administrator in Bedford County, where he approved early plans for development at Smith Mountain Lake. In 1979, John, at age 24, became the youngest county administrator in the state of Virginia when he took over the reins in Nelson County. There, he would work with businessman L.F. Payne on the development of Wintergreen Resort. He would also meet the county's learning disability instructor, Marilee Haynes. A recent UVA Masters recipient, Marilee had an office near John's in the courthouse. Romance bloomed, and they were married in 1980. In 1981, John left the job in Nelson County to earn his MBA at William & Mary. Upon graduation in 1983, he took a job with C&P Telephone, which would later become Verizon. He held 3 management jobs in 3 different cities in 3 years. In 1984, John and Marilee welcomed Megan into the world, and now they were a family of 3. Success had come quickly at C&P, but more would only come at a price the young family wasn't willing to pay. Not wanting to move to larger cities in order to move up the corporate ladder, the Williamsons started looking at Roanoke. John wanted to be near his aging parents, and a second child, Corey, was on the way. So John accepted a job as Botetourt County Administrator, where from 1986 to 1992, he would develop the county's first industrial park, the East Park Commerce Center, create the county's Public Works Department, and manage the steady growth of southern Botetourt County and finance upgrades to the county's public school buildings and fire department and rescue fleets. Despite those successes in the public sector, John's best work was still ahead of him in the private sector. In 1992, he joined Roanoke Gas Company as Director of Rates and Finance. In less than a year, he was named Vice President of Rates and Finance, a position he held for 5 years. Then, in 1998, John Williamson was named President, Chief Executive Officer, and Director. In 2003, he added the title of Chairman, positions he still holds today. Among his early actions, the creation of RGC Resources, a holding company that allowed for diversification, including the acquisition of several propane companies and ventures into heating and air conditioning, information systems, and utility services consulting. When John and the board sold Highland Propane in 2004, the company paid a special dividend of almost $10 million to the shareholders. Since John joined the company in 1992, the company's stock has improved from $15 a share to $34, paying $27 in dividends and a 300% increase for shareholders over 20 years. Today, the company has more than $100 million invested in natural gas plants, provides 60,000 customers with environmentally friendly fuel, and pumps $7 million in wages into the local economy, all while remitting $3.5 million in property and utility taxes to local governments. These days, when he's not working, John enjoys his time farming, gardening, hunting, hiking, kayaking, and riding motorcycles. Among his best memories, a 3-day trip in the Grand Canyon with daughter Megan. They also climbed several summits over 12,000 feet in Rocky Mountain National Park. Along with Corey, they've explored desert canyons in Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. The daughters are busy now with their own careers and education. Megan is executive director of the Stanton Creative Community Fund, providing microloans to support entrepreneurs. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Corey is pursuing her Master's of Fine Arts in Poetry at the University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. A Sam Walton Scholar, she hopes to teach and publish at the university level. 3 years ago, Marilee capped her 30-year career in teaching by becoming an entrepreneur herself and starting Yarn Explosion on Airport Road. When asked what drives him to be successful, John points to the work ethic that came from his Bedford County upbringing. Whether it was his oldest brother Steve, who served in Vietnam, then had a lifelong career at Rubatex, second oldest brother Roy, who served in Korea, then worked 40 years in utility construction, or hardworking sisters Sue, Evelyn, and Sally, all the Williamsons knew the value of a hard day's work. John credits Joe Corin, speech and drama teacher at Virginia Western, for solidifying his communication skills via 2 Shakespeare plays. Dr. Betty Moore, an English professor who helped John perfect his interpretive and writing skills. And Cecil Knowles, the Bedford County administrator who served as an early mentor. Beyond work and family, John has been a significant contributor to the community as well, serving on the boards of numerous businesses, including Corning Natural Gas, Luna Innovations, Botetourt Bank Shares, Optical Cable, Synchrony, Friendship Retirement Community, Roanoke Regional Partnership, Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center, the Business Council, and of course, RGC Resources. The list of nonprofits which have benefited from his service is equally long, and he has chaired many of them. With John's career still in full swing, he uses a quote from President John F. Kennedy for daily guidance: "For those to whom much is given, much is expected." Tonight, John is given a new honor. He is the latest laureate in the Southwest Virginia Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame.